Dear fellow human, I may or may not know you. You may be a subscriber, you maybe have commented, liked, or you may be just here for the first time and you're like, what is this woman gonna say? I want to encourage you that you're amazing, and I know you're doing your best, whatever that looks like. And that's going to vary day by day, and that's okay. I know life is insane and it feels like it gets harder by the day for a lot of us. And maybe this doesn't apply to you. Maybe you're in a really great spot in your life, in which case I celebrate you. I think that's beautiful. Keep going, enjoy it, ride that high as long as you can, because so many of us want to be there. Maybe you've achieved some goals or dreams and things are happening for you. That is awesome. But for most of us, it's not really happening right now, or we feel discouraged that it will happen. So this is me letting my fellow humans know you are not alone. I'm going through it just as much as you are. I mean, we all are, right? In different ways. We're all bracing our current reality. We're just sort of surviving it in a lot of ways. And I want to say, if you're here and you've made it to 2025 and the year is almost over, despite all of the circumstances and everything you've been through and all the nights you've cried or all the tears you've cried and nobody's seen them, or maybe people have seen them and comforted you and you're very blessed in that regard. Either way, there's a reason you're still here. I do believe that. I believe there's a purpose, and otherwise you just wouldn't be on this earthly plane. And this earthly plane is so crazy, and it feels like it's just getting crazier, right? My rent just went up, and now as a public school teacher, I'm looking at rent that's going to basically be almost an entire paycheck for me. And I'm going, okay, food went up, my rent's going up next month. I've got a lot of anxiety about this stuff, and I don't want to be anxious, and I don't want you to be anxious, because I know a lot of us are just trying to get by, and we're working these full-time jobs and we're still struggling, or we've got 2 or 3 jobs and we're still struggling. I don't think God put us on earth to struggle. In fact, I know he didn't. Jesus said he came to give us life more abundantly. This isn't it. I feel like a lot of us are working just to survive, and that's not living abundantly. But we're doing it. We're surviving. And I don't think that gets celebrated enough. The fact that you made it, you woke up, you're breathing, you're watching this video, which means there's something in you that wants to keep going. There's something in you that needs to be birthed, whatever that is or looks like, on whatever scale. Even if you and I just touch one life. Isn't that amazing to think about? If you can help one person and it changes their life, it's worth it, right? To put your purpose out there, to do your calling, as scary as it is. Which I'm challenging myself in that regard. Trust me, you are not alone there. I tend to just get complacent and not really let that purpose be birthed in a big way. But maybe all this crushing is getting out the juice for all of us. It's like the pressure on a diamond, right? Or squeezing the grape to get the wine or grape juice. It's a messy process. It's a hard process. It's not a comfortable process. Or the butterfly turning to goo in the chrysalis, or the caterpillar turning to goo before it becomes the butterfly in the chrysalis. I think that's what's happening. I think humanity is just a big butterfly. We're going through a big transition collectively as a species, evolving. What does this next chapter look like? I think a lot of us have hopes and dreams and visions that it could be something really beautiful if we allow it because people are starting to wake up. Hey, let's connect more. Let's build community. Let's be kind. Let's let's be mindful and really pause before we react to things. Just little things that add up to really beautiful life here on earth. And I know there's always going to be the opposite, right? So there's also that possibility of a world that I think is the world that's giving a lot of us anxiety and fear. And what if humanity goes down this path? It feels like we're going down this path, right? It feels like things are getting so hard. But maybe that's just the crushing. And you're surviving. You've survived so much of it up until now. I don't know how old you are, but so many of us have survived so many huge events that were traumatic on a global scale, on a national level, on a personal level, all the above, right? But you're doing it. You're strong. You're stronger than you know. And I'm saying that to myself too, because sometimes I'm just crying and I'm a puddle of a mess, and I think, oh gosh, how am I going to get through another, fill in the blank, whatever it is, whatever hardship it might be. But somehow we're here. We do it. We make it work, and we survive, and we're going to get to the level of thriving. We will. But in the meantime, hang in there and give yourself credit today. Think about, wow, look how far I've come. Look how much I've been through, and I'm still standing today. That's not an easy feat. You could just throw in the towel at any time, but you didn't. And that is so brave. To stay here in a world that's just can be so heavy and cold and dark. But that challenges us to become the light. Because in the darkness, that's when the light shines brightest. So I'm sure that's why you're here. So keep shining, keep going. You're amazing. You're loved. You got this. Thanks for listening. Please take care of yourself and each other. And I'll see you in the next one.